Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Down the Rabbit Hole. I should say, as of February, first Thursday of February, I am going to be doing Zoom Down the Rabbit Hole sessions. They're open spiritual advice and guidance sessions. They're a bit conversational and we're going to discuss the weird and wonderful of spirituality, witchcraft, etc. They're only 10 quid a session, lasts about an hour, but you know I'm like, talk too much, probably go over that. If you want to get involved, do message me. You will have to pay in advance to book your spot. And I'm not going to be pissed about by people cancelling last minute. You cancel last minute, keeping your money. Simple as that. Anyway, today I want to talk about dark energies. And how people who work with dark energies are fucking cowards. Yes. Now, if you're one of those people who has this attitude of, black magic can't hurt you if you don't believe it's real, then fuck off. Because being somebody who has experienced death magic and somebody who has, does experience black magic and dark energies on me pretty much on a daily basis, I kind of find it insulting when people say that, and it's just people burying their head in the sand. And you know, things will happen in their life and they'll put it down to coincidence, and sometimes, not always, of course not, but sometimes it's because there's dark energies at play. Now, for me, dark energies are rife, and they're particularly bad at the moment because we're going through the Ascension process, and people like me and the ones who actually have some fucking balls to stand up, take charge, take lead, and expose this stuff, are triggering the fuck out of it. Okay, so it is rife at the moment. Now, dark energies, they take over, and I've seen and I've experienced dark energies taking over other people. I've had dark energies taking over me or attempting to take over me. And it's not nice. Now, these energies, because it's energy and we are here living in the 3D, are normally directed by people. Now, the problem is people who work with dark magic and dark energies, like I say, you're cowards. You're fucking cowards. Because these people, rather than facing their trauma, rather than pushing through and keep standing up, they go, oh no, I'm going to do this. Now, working with dark energies, it's easier. And it is. Working with other energies and pushing that back, it's harder, it's more difficult. Now, let me just remind everybody, if you're a spiritualist, or, you know, even if you're a witch, you're here for soul expansion. You're not here to have a good time. You know, you can have a good time, don't get me wrong, but you're here for soul expansion. It's supposed to be fucking hard. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point? These people are cowards. They've got no backbone, so they dip into the dark stuff. Now, I experience this time and time and time again. And I'm going to have a little bit of a moan here. I don't want your fucking sympathy, but I'm going to have a little bit of a moan. Every time I appear to be going on course, every time I am on the cusp of getting what I want, every time I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough, surprise fucking surprise, something goes wrong. Now, as we always say in the spiritual community, there is no such thing as coincidence, and there's not. When you have a purpose, and I believe that my purpose here is to effectively, in the UK, dismantle spirituality as we know it and give people an alternative, which comes from authenticity. The dark energies don't want that because it brings change. So you become a constant target. Constant target. Now, these people working with these dark energies, and they're rife, they're all over. I'm not just talking within the spiritual community, I'm talking all over. They're cowards. They won't come to you, they won't look you in the eye, they won't tell you what they think about you. They hide in the shadows. They play little coven if there's a group of middle-aged women who lie about their ages, pretend they're something they're not, use glamour magic, use lots of filters. etc. They dabble in the black stuff and they think it's okay, and they think they're going to get away with it. They think they're going to get away with it because they're cowards. They're cowards because they don't want to face their trauma. Now, generally speaking, what happens is people go through trauma and they have a choice. Do I face it? Do I go into the dark side with my little lamp and face those demons, knowing that if I can get through that, I'm going to come out stronger and I'm going to come out fighting? Or do I pretend it's not there? Do I turn to drink, drugs, sex, food, etc.? Do I pop into narcissism? Fuck everybody else. I'm just going to get what I want. Now, sadly, the majority do that. And they do. Because, again, it's easier. It's easier to be a dick. It's easier to flush your life down the toilet, to drink drugs, alcohol, and sex. And it is. Standing up and pushing through, and every time you get knocked down, getting back on your feet and going, no, you're not doing that to me. No, you're not going to take me down. No, you won't win. It's fucking hard. Fucking hard, believe you me. But if you can keep doing that, that shows your strength. That shows that you're a threat. Now, sadly, it will mean that you continue to get targeted because you are a threat. But don't let them win, ever. If nothing else, be like me. Enjoy being a giant fucking pain in the arse to these people. Because you might as well get something out of it. You might as well get a little bit of joy in the fact that you're pissing them off. Now, like I say, this dark energy at the moment is rife. You know, we've seen it in all the stories. We've seen it in, the P. Diddy scandal, etc., etc., the Luigi case thing. Now, I do have to state, right, and I know this will kind of upset people. Do I sympathise with what he did? I mean, without knowing all the details, well, yeah. Do I condone it? No, because he's murdered somebody, and I get that. These conglomerates and these suits get away with it, but literally get away with murder themselves. But it's still wrong. It is still wrong. Okay. Now, what should happen and should have happened is all you fucking idiots vicariously watching this and watching content like mine and going, yeah, we agree with that. Stand the fuck up. Stand up. Don't be a coward. Because by not standing up, by burying your heads in the sand, and by going, oh, that's awful, glad that didn't happen to me, right, let's crack on, when's everything going to change? You're supporting the dark energies. And if you can't see that, then there's no fucking hope, is there? Anyway, if you would like to support those of us who are standing up and trying to actually bring change, please do. Now, as a reader, that involves sharing my content. That involves getting readings from me so that I can survive. That involves promoting our events, the New Wave events, sharing it, turning up, please. Because if you don't, it'll go, and I'll go. And I don't want to. I'm here to serve the greater collective. But those of us who are standing up against this kind of need a little bit of more support now, guys. Please. I do have support there, don't get me wrong. Needs to be a little bit more. Don't let the dark energies win, because otherwise it's wasted. And that won't be on me, because I'm doing something about it. That will be on you, and you'll have to stare at yourself in the mirror when things don't change or they go downhill and question, did I do enough?